Hey Aquarius, welcome to your November 2021 message for the month ahead. So let's dive in, shall we? So it seems like this month overall is going to be a month about kind of like reawakening to passion, and not only reawakening to passion, but it's kind of like as you get older, it can be easier to get into a mindset of, well, I guess this is as good as it gets. I guess I've had a good life. I guess there's no more for me to manifest. It's like that. I don't want to say settling, I don't want to say plateau, but it's definitely that as you get older, it can be it's easier to feel a little defeated. It's easier to not to zestfully call life towards you, because when you're younger, you're like running around. It's my birthday in 6 months. Grandma, what are you gonna buy me? Mom, it's my birthday. Let's go have fun. But as you get older, it's like, oh, I don't have the energy for that. Oh, I don't have this. So this is kind of a month of you to powerfully, if you choose to like reawaken to the zest of life, for you to kind of like wake up that you want to like powerfully call life towards you, as well as like deliberately co-create with others, because there's a little bit of putting too much pressure on yourself to provide all of your happiness. And yes, as a life coach, as a spiritual coach, it is a thing that happiness resides within you. Happiness is an inside job. However, so many people can put so much pressure that, well, I'm not happy, there must be something wrong with me. Guys, it you do feel better if you go to lunch with someone. When you have someone who calls you and says, "Hey, I have a friend from out of town coming in. I'd love for you two to meet." It does feel good to feel included. It feels good when someone's like, "Hey, I want to buy you a present. What would you like?" So there's a little bit of too much pressure of all happiness is an inside job. Yes, so happiness is inside job in the sense that it's about you getting to know yourself. In the, hey, what do I need right now? Hey, Concha, what do I need right now? What happiness? What would make me happy? Would it be reading a book quietly in the park? Would it be meditating? Would it be connecting with a friend? Like, in terms of talking, that kind of connection? Would it be, "Hey, I need a friend who's a little bit more in their body, and I wanna do something physical, go on a hike, take a dance class, take a taekwondo class." So, that happiness is an inside job is about, do you know yourself well enough to know what you need right now? And sometimes what you need involves other people, involves someone else. Um, so I hope that kinda helps you guys recognize that it's an inside job, but a lot of times happiness includes other people. You don't want to put your responsibility for happiness into someone else. Like, well, I'm not happy because you're not buying me flowers. It's, oh wow, I recognize that I just haven't received a gift from someone in a while. From a while, I would like a gift. Um, and then it could be, how do I give you advice for that one? I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have the courage to ask for a gift, but let me give you an example. I had one client who graduated and she just mentioned, "Kelly, I would really love a card from you." On our last little kind of call, we wrapped up. She was like, "I would love a card." And I was also, because I was mailing her a book. After I finished reading a book, I was like, "I really think she would like this book." So I asked for her address and if it was okay for me to mail it to her. And she just said, "Kelly, I got to admit, like as part of graduating, I'd really love a card from you." And I went, "Oh, wow, I didn't even think of that. Like, okay, I can do that." When I went to the store, to buy the card, I was like, "Oh, wow, this is actually really fun. I get to think of the person, think of their personality. What do I want to write in it? What kind of card do I want to get?" So sometimes even when you ask for something that you might feel shy asking for, they may or may not give it to you because you don't want to make it dependent on, if this person buys me a gift, then it means I'm worthy, then it means I'm, you know, worthy, than like healthy self-esteem, or like, it's, wow, I'd really love a gift right now. Do you feel comfortable enough to ask people like, "Man, I'm really kind of craving a gift right now. And I would like this, but I'd like someone else to buy it for me." Or is it like I would just really love a gift that when you're out and about and when you're, in a natural mode, so it doesn't, there's no time on this. But if you're out and about and you see something that reminds me of you, whatever that is, send that to me. Do you have that kind of comfort to, one, know yourself that much, two, be willing to share what you would like from other people? So recap, it's definitely a month for you to tap back into feeling powerful enough to call life towards you, which definitely means I could tell you guys there needs to be a little bit of more physical movement in your life. Whether it be yoga, whether it be walking, whether it be a little bit more of a vigorous workout, there needs to be a little bit of like energy movement. And you can, if you're out of shape, just start with like walking and daily, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Start wherever is good for you. But we need to get a little like energy flowing again. Because if you start walking, you'll have more energy to do other things. And that's what this month is about, you feeling reinvigorated to deliberately call life towards you. Um, because this is it kind of seems like you're entering a time not where it's like all about you, but you're entering a time where it can be about you. So maybe your children are older and grown, or maybe they just went to middle school, so you have more time to yourself. Or maybe like maybe you don't have children, but your only partner, but your partner is like in another country right now for a work project. So you have a couple months to just think about yourself. It looks like you're entering a phase where you can like start turning the mirrors inward instead of, oh, it's my daughter's birthday coming up. I got to do something for her. It's, hey, it's my birthday is coming up in a couple months. What do I want? And then if you want to trip with someone, it's like, oh my God, I really want to go on a trip with someone. Then you get to be the one to call them and go, it's my birthday. I want to go on a trip with you. So you get to start focusing on like, what do I want to do? And it's not about dipping into despair. What do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want. If you're there, and even if you're not there, this advice still applies. It's a, hey, what do I want? What would make me excited? And if you can't come up with something right away, don't downward spiral. It's, hey, I haven't thought about this in a while. Just like math, sometimes I have to refresh myself how to do basic math. Like, wait, whoa, it's a lot of numbers. How do I do this? Um, or I'm trying to think of a good example for you guys. Basic math is not a good example. Yeah, if you haven't driven a car in 2, 3 years and then you get in another car, or if you're used to driving your car and you've only been driving your car, and then you start driving a friend's car, you kind of got to get used to, hey, how do the mirrors look? How does this turn? How do the brakes stop? Do I have to push hard? Do I have to push stop? It's like that kind of a thing. Like, oh, I haven't done this in a while. Or, oh, it's someone else's new car. I got to get used to this. So it's just more of a, okay, if I don't know what I want to become aware of things that will make me happier. Now, then when you're out and about, you'll start noticing things like, oh, do I want to go roller skating? I don't know. Oh, that's a new hike. Maybe I can go on a new hike. Hey, look, there's a new dance club opening up. I could go try that once. So view it as like a phase of I get to try new things and I get to just evaluate if the new things make me happy instead of does it make my family happy, my sister happy, my kids happy. It's a powerful phase for you to kind of reevaluate into what makes me happy. Um, okay, and then from there, like I want to let you guys know that this can feel, for some of you, it can feel like a death, like a grieving. A lot of times people feel like they're going crazy. Some people just feel like they're expanding and they're like, why do I feel this? Like I don't understand this feeling. I'm just doing things that feel good, but it feels out of sorts. That's essentially because you're kind of viewing the world in a different way. If you're used to viewing the world of how do I make these other people happy, or I did this, how did everyone else like it? And now you're viewing it from a, hey, I did this, did I like it? It can feel like you're going against the norm. It can feel like you're out of sorts because you're not used to thinking that way. So just know that it's okay if there's some wobbliness, some chunkiness, some clunkiness that can come up. Like, right, if you started in an old car for a while, you know how sometimes, especially the older cars, you had to turn the key on, it would rev a little, and then you had to turn it on again, and then it would start. Like, so it's okay if there's a little bit of clunk, a little bit of dusting out the cobwebs. Like, you need to be kind and gentle to yourself as you're going through this phase. Because it really looks like there's two main things that you're gonna like discover that you like. And one is that it's about friendship. And I'm not talking about how do I make friends or friends. It's the mindset of going and hanging out with people and trying to make it work versus, right? Because if you're in that mindset, it's, oh, I went out with them, like, oh, I don't like that, but they like it. That's okay. Look, I'm amenable, I'm amable, I'm flexible, I'm cool like that. That I can be friends with people who don't like what I want. Versus, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you're kind of entering a phase where it's like, hey, I actually really want to do country dance. So then you find a friend who's, I want to learn country dance too. And it's not about, maybe you're like, I don't know, haven't worked out in a while and you're new and maybe dancing's not good for you. If someone comes in and they're like a dance instructor, maybe you want someone who's better than you. And maybe they want a friendship where it's like, yeah, I love teaching. Let's go. Let's go. But maybe you also just want someone who's at your level and you want to go through it with them. That's what I mean by you're figuring out like what makes me happy. Would I rather a friend who wants to country dance who's better at it and could teach me? Or do I want to go with someone who's at my level and we're like learning it and discovering it together? It's like that nuance, it's like that intricate way of like loving yourself and getting to know yourself. And like what you're probably gonna find is that I want to do this. Who is someone else who wants to do this that likes to enjoy it in this way, right? Because there's some people who like to go to brunch and spend hours. There's some people who like to go to brunch, eat, but then walk around for hours. And there's some people who just like to, I like to go out to eat, brunch, and then get back home and snuggle up and watch a movie. How do you like to enjoy it? And then it's about, if there's anyone else in my local area that likes enjoying this, I'd like to meet them, universe. Because you're really gonna like finding those hobby type friends, those we connect on this one thing, and it's fun. Um, like I feel called to give you this example. So I'm a channel, I can channel spirit guides. I also do the tarot card thing. So even though I can do it, I still very much enjoy listening to Abraham Hicks. It's just fun. It's delightful. I like doing it. I have a friend, I call them my Abraham Hicks friend. Even though like we're friends, we talk about all areas of our life, but we tend to connect when we just listen to a workshop together. So it's like it's a friend for all areas of my life. We've gone out to dinner and not talked about his other things, but the main way we rendezvous together is Abraham Hicks. So it's like you're going to find those kind of friends where it's like, I want someone who likes to go thrift store shopping. I like someone who likes to go around and find bargain hunts. So instead of like having your husband drive you and go with you, someone who will just go with you. It's like the, hey, lady down the road loves doing that kind of stuff too. And she likes to drive. I don't like to drive, you know? Like I was just out to brunch with my friends and we were joking about the who were the youngest children growing up versus youngest sibling growing up versus the oldest sibling growing up. And the two of us are like, oh God, no, I don't like to drive. What you expect me to remember that? It was the two youngest ones in the car. The two oldest ones were like, yeah, that would just too feel flamboyant for me. It would feel like I don't know how I'd get around. I can't know. I do remember where stores are. It's okay. You don't have to like, I don't like driving and be mean about yourself. It's like the I do prefer events when I just get to sit in the passenger seat and enjoy, because then you're like loving yourself. Um and not taking responsibility for their fun and enjoyment. You can ask them, "Hey, you did all the driving." And if they say, "No, I like driving," take them at their word for it. Okay. Well, if there's anything I could do, it's you driving helps me enjoy this so much more that if there's anything I could do that will help you enjoy it more, let me know. And then just leave it at that. Let go of responsibility for them. You've stated how, like, if there's anything I could do, let me know. Because that's what's gonna get you kind of like, I don't want to say fill in yourself more, but that's what's gonna get you more grounded in your body and like a I do like enjoying these things, and here's the way I like enjoying them. You're going to have like a whole new self sense of comfort in being who you are after you, like as this month progresses and after you go through this lesson a little bit more. All right, Aquarius, I'm sending you much love this month. Give me some comments below how this resonated. If you got any questions, I'll come back and answer. Maybe I'll make another YouTube video for you. But much love as you go through this awesome growth of transformation of like discovering stuff that essentially makes you happy. All right. Love you guys. I'm going to hop on and do Pisces next. Bye, guys.